I have been a hot mess lately. Since it's a new month and a new season, we're in need of a big reset. Let's get right into it. It is currently the last day of March, so we need to get planned and prepped for the new month. But before we do that, we need to flash back to this past weekend because that's part of the reason why we need such a reset. We spent this past weekend celebrating my partner. Let me show you. Good morning, my friends. Happy Friday. It is Zach's birthday, my partner, so we need to get the apartment all ready for him. He gets home from work in about 45 minutes, so we want to get the chores done. We want to get things a little bit decorated, a little bit celebratory, spirited. I just woke up. I'm tired. We're going to make it look nice and fun, so let's get that all done. We had a wonderful weekend celebrating Zach, but because of that and the state of my mental health recently, I'm in need of a big reset, so we're going to start right away with some March tidying up and some April planning. So let's go plan, friends. There's a couple steps to my monthly planning, and the first one is to make sure that my monthly calendar is written out. So I just have an entire calendar that has the full month on it, and then I make sure that all the important dates, all the things I have to do are written out on it. So make sure I know what's coming up this month. So we're going to write out what I need to do for April, and then I do some goal planning. So I look at my March goals, I see how I did with those, and then I write some goals for April. And then finally, I do financials. So I tidy up all my March financials, and then I write out all my April financials. So that's the game plan. We have to write out all my important dates for this month. Guys, I did something a little bit crazy and I decided not to set April goals. Instead, I just set a couple of like things I want to focus on. Like I want to read more, I want to craft more, I want to hike, I want to focus on my health and wellness. So it's like some big overarching themes for the month, but no like specific goals. No like read 10 books. It's just like read more because yeah, I don't want to put like a ton of pressure on myself, but I want things to like focus my attention. So less so goals, more so focused items for the month. So a little bit crazy, but feeling good for this month ahead. I have my to-do list all written out, my focused areas, and my calendar, my financials, all the good stuff. So I feel like I am all planned out, and then I feel like I need a big household reset. So that's probably gonna be next. We're gonna reset the household together. Let's do it.
You okay, T-Bone? We're gonna be okay. Sorry, Quinny.
Morning, my friends. I don't know if you can hear me because my music is kind of loud. The remote is over there. But good morning. It is April 1st, and I don't know why I came in here to check in, but good morning. It is April 1st. We are continuing our new month reset, our new season reset, and the first thing I need to do is start a new morning book. So in the mornings, I don't want to go on like my phone or social media or anything. First thing, I try not to. So instead, I read a little bit in the morning. Not much, just a little bit. And I like to read a nonfiction book in the morning just because if it's a fiction book, I tend to get locked in and I don't want to stop. So I tend to read nonfiction. I finished my What An Owl Knows in March. That'll be my wrap up. So I needed a new book and I'm really craving poetry. I'm really craving poetry. Fortunately, I don't have any poetry books that I haven't read. And I could reread one, but I'm trying to work through my TBR, right? So unfortunately, I don't have any poetry books right now. That's something I will need to buy soon, I guess, right? I need to buy a poetry book. But because of that, I've decided to read Fox and I, An Uncommon Friendship by Catherine Raven. This is a nonfiction book about a woman and her encounter with a fox in the wild. An unforgettable memoir about the friendship between a solitary woman and a wild fox. So it sounds good. I remember I started it before and then I never finished it. Like I don't think I got very far. I don't know why. Oh no, there's no bookmark in it. So I don't know how far I got. But I don't think I got very far. I'm a little nervous. It's going to be sad, but I'm hoping it's not. But it sounds interesting. It sounds fun. I calculated out how many pages I'd have to read every single day if I wanted to finish it in April, and I'd have to read 10. Technically 9.5, which is manageable. I feel like anything that is more than 10 would just be overwhelming, and I would not do it. But like I feel like 10 is like the cusp. I could probably read 10 pages a day. So that is the game plan. But if I miss a day, then it's 20, and that is a lot. But we'll see. We're going to try to read it in April. And yeah, I like to start my morning with something that's going to kind of educate me or refresh my brain or start it off in like a healthy way instead of just throwing a bunch of digital stuff at it. So yeah, starting off the month with a new nonfiction read. For Fox. It's gonna be too emotional for me. Good morning. Oh my. Haven't spoken yet this morning to the cats, but good morning, friends. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I talked to you. I don't remember what I've even recorded for this vlog. This whole reset has kind of been a shit show. Honestly, I feel like everything's just kind of been a shit show. So, yeah. We need to have a big chat, but first I need to kind of get my life together. So, let's do that. Okay, my friends, so I've taken a full shower, I ate some lunch, I'm feeling a little bit refreshed, so I thought now would be a perfect time to sit and chat. I'm going to do my nails while we chat together, so I'm going to do one hand in this color. It's like a light green, it's Mint Refresh. That's going to be one hand, and the other hand's going to be this one. It's a light yellow. This one is Suntastic. So that's the game plan. I also want to apologize. There's a chance my house is going to get really, really loud. So if it does, if it gets really loud, I'll obviously stop. But if it's kind of loud, I apologize, housemates. But I need to put something down. I don't want to get this on my desk. We're going to use... Should I get a paper towel? Probably. But I really don't feel like getting up. I am exhausted today. I was up so many times last night because of the cats. And I've got very little sleep. And I feel like I planned this big reset for myself and for this vlog, and I, for some reason, thought it was gonna like just get me feeling so good and get me in great routines and just get me going and feeling productive and motivated and all this stuff, because I don't know, you see resets and you feel like that's what comes out of them, right? Like suddenly you're ready to go. But even the reset itself didn't feel good or right this time. Like, as you saw, as I was doing my April planning and goals, I was like, I don't even want to set goals anymore because I barely even work towards them. Like, I set these goals and like they're there kind of, but like I don't really even think about them during the month. So why am I setting these goals? I have these overarching goals for my year, my life, and I know what they are, and they're constantly something that like I'm working towards because they're like the things I'm working towards. So like I could just keep focusing on that and then just have like general things each month that I kind of want to try to incorporate into my life, like reading more and stuff. It's like setting these goals just felt so silly. And then like I just got so exhausted, and like depression is such a hard thing because it's such up and down, and with sleep deprivation on top of it definitely doesn't help. And then we got one coat done, and then I just feel like it was just all too much. And like these routines I was setting for myself, I was trying to set these like intense routines and have my day like filled, and then I would like miss a time slot and it would just make everything fall into disarray, and then I would just feel so bad about myself because like I can't do it, why can't I do it? And I feel like it's all just coming to a head and kind of showing me like, hey, this is not what you need right now. This reset is actually a reset in my way of thinking and living, and I think it's a reset in my daily expectations for myself. I don't know, this reset has just kind of been a little eye-opening, and just really shows me that everything I've been trying to do is not really maybe what I should be trying to do. It might not actually be what I need. So I'm not really sure with that. I feel like it's just so hard, and I'm trying so hard, and I think I'm trying too hard. I think I'm just rambling now. We're just kind of girl chatting here. I don't know. I think that just what I need to do is I need to just stop with everything. I need to stop the routines. I need to stop the pressure on myself, and I need to figure out a different way of living, daily living, because what I'm doing now is not working. So that's where we're at. I'm doing my second coat probably before I should, because I have so little patience. Okay, we're gonna wait. So we're gonna wait because it's not time yet, but it's not dry yet. But this reset has shown me that I really need to reset in a different way. I need to rethink my way of daily life. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, not in this video, because this video has been a hodgepodge. It's been a chaotic mess, which all my videos are, but it's been like quite a weird video between birthday, goal planning, or April planning, reset, failure. Not failure, no failure. Stop saying I'm failing to myself. Like, reset realization. So we're gonna end this vlog here. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys are actually having a fabulous April and not kind of muddying through it like I am. But if you are, just know that we will all get through it and everything will be okay eventually. Everything always works out. I trust that. Everything always works out. So I would love to know what you guys have been up to down below. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, and we'll keep figuring out life together. I'll see you guys in my next one. That's hilarious. My dog is tiptoeing through the tulips in the backyard. Adorable. Live well, read lots of good books, and go discover my friends. Bye!